The flooded New South Wales towns of Forbes and Condobolin are bracing for further damage as more rain is forecast. A complex low-pressure system and cold front will cause the wild conditions in a number of states, and likely to be one of the biggest weather systems we have seen this year. Perth and the southwest will be the first to feel its impact today, with possible storms and hail, as the intensifying storm passes to the south. WeatherZone reports the event will have a number of implications across multiple states, including wind gusts capable of causing widespread structural damage and power outages, thunderstorms that will generate tens of thousands of lightning strikes across a 3-day period, rain that will fall into already inundated rivers and could cause further flooding, storms that may cause flash flooding and damaging winds, an impressive late-season dump of snow in Australia's alpine region. Here's what you need to know as the weather system moves across from the west. South.A USTRALI. South Australia is bracing for a second serving of wild September weather, and this one could be even bigger than the first. The Bureau of Meteorology says up to 100 millimeters of rain will fall in the Adelaide Hills on Wednesday and Thursday, as a strong cold front and deepening low-pressure system sweep the state. The predicted foul weather comes after pounding rain wrecked several roads and flooded RT homes across Adelaide earlier this month. Wow! Marine forecast for Thursday. Swells more than 8 meters on south-central, central, upper and lower west coast. https://t QPC removables pic. Twitter.com PH12QCV9E. The indication from the system is that it is larger than the previous one. Quote, SA's Bureau of Meteorology Director John Nairn said, "Certainly we have a strong indication of heavy rain, with similar totals possibly over a shorter period of time. But it's not just the rainfall that concerns state authorities this time around. Storm force winds are expected to accompany the drenching. There's a much broader area of gale force winds approaching us over the coastal waters." Quote, Mr. Nairn said, "And through Wednesday night and Thursday morning there will be a period where over waters there will be storm force winds, much stronger than gale force." He said these winds will average about 90 km per hour and may whip the Eyre Peninsula and Spencer Gulf, creating strong waves. Media presser. John Nairn talking about rain and gales on Wed and Thursday at @says Chris Beattie on sandbagging. Preparations pic. Twitter.com Q3IDFK6LM. The severe weather comes at an unwelcome time, with catchments across the hills and much of the state already saturated from recent downpours. It will also stress fatigued state emergency service crews. It's true that we've got tired crews. It's been a long and tough winter for volunteers. Quote, says Chief Officer Chris Beattie said. But South Australia is well served by it, says, and our crews are preparing for this coming weather. We're comfortable with the resources in place within the state. We'll just be backing up for another 2-3 days of high operational tempo. Mr. Beattie said the SES had received about 8,000 call-outs since early May, which was more than the total for the previous financial year. Victory. The weather system will surge east late on Wednesday, with rain and thunderstorms spreading initially over western parts of Victoria. Some of these storms will have the potential to produce damaging winds and bursts of heavy rain. The Bureau of Meteorology has issued a number of flood warnings for catchments already saturated by recent rains, including the Loddon River, the Kiowa River and the Broken Creek. Some areas of the state could receive up to 100 millimeters of rain between tomorrow and Saturday as the huge weather system sweeps through. 10 centimeters of fresh #snow at #Fells Creek. Plenty more in the forecast this week. At Melbourne pic. Twitter.com 4YTJ6 Sky. Temperatures will drop well below average in the wake of the change, with unusually heavy spring snow falling above 1,000 meters from Thursday onwards. Up to 80 centimeters is forecast over a 3-day period. Rain is set to increase in Melbourne late on Wednesday and continue through Thursday and Friday, with possible thunderstorms and heavy falls. Up to 50 millimeters is likely. Maximum temperatures in the capital will drop to 13 C on Friday, which is 4 C below average. The wild weather should clear on Saturday morning in time for the AFL Grand Final, New South Wales and the AC. More rain is expected to fall across flooded parts of central New South Wales this week, which are expected to be declared a natural disaster zone, with the damage bill already estimated to be tens of millions of dollars. The Weather Bureau has forecast between 40 millimeters to 100 millimeters of rain will hit Forbes and large parts of the state from Wednesday through to Friday, while a second high peak in the Lachlan River is predicted for next week near Condobolin and Uabalong. Major flooding to persist around #Forbes for next few days. Stay informed at https://t.co/766 CSCRL and follow advice from New South Westies #New South West Floods pic. Twitter.com S5T9HMP13. Since the rain began on August 30th, the SES has received about 2,400 calls for assistance and made 98 flood rescues. The Bureau of Meteorology has issued 11 flood warnings, including for the McIntyre River, Bogan River, Peru River and Murray River. Temperatures across New South Wales will also plummet in the wake of the weather system, with snow falling across the Alps and central tablelands. Up to 50 centimeters of snow is likely at the major ski resorts for the final week of the 2016 season, while the Blue Mountains could also see a dusting. Orange in the central tablelands will only reach 7 C on Friday, with 40 millimeters of rain predicted. Sydney will miss the worst of the weather, but rain will arrive on Thursday with the chance of a storm in the morning. Summer will then make an early return, with top temperatures of 27 C for both Sunday and Monday, making it feel more like a December day. QUEENSLAN. A significant trough and strong cold front will begin to impact southwestern Queensland on Wednesday, sweeping eastwards across the state on Thursday. The change will bring wet weather with the chance of severe thunderstorms on Thursday, producing heavy rain and damaging winds. Areas that could be affected include Roma, Goondiwindi, Brisbane and Surfers Paradise. Flood warnings are also current for the following rivers: Lower Warrego Rive, Georgina Rive, Balonne Rive, Baloo Rive, Thompson and Baku River, Peru Rive, Dawson Rive, McIntyre and Weir River, Mooney Rive, Diamantina Rive. Brisbane will have a pretty mild week, ahead of possible gusty storms on Thursday, with hotter weather forecast for the weekend. Tasmania. Heavy rain will sweep through Tasmania from late Wednesday through to Friday, dumping up to 100 millimeters of rain in some parts of the northeast. A very cold pool of air moving north from Antarctica will cause snow to fall in areas above 1,000 meters. For the rest of this week, Hobart is forecast to cop a drenching, with 25 millimeters of rain expected on Thursday and a further 15 millimeters on Friday. Happy school holidays. Plan indoor activities for the kids on Thursday. A complex low is forecast to bring rain to #Tasmania. Pic. Twitter.com /SSDabRocks. News.com. Our privacy policy includes important information about our collection, use and disclosure of your personal information, including to provide you with targeted content and advertising based on your online activities. It explains that if you do not provide us with information we have requested from you, we may not be able to provide you with the goods and services you require. It also explains how you can access or seek correction of your personal information, how you can complain about a breach of the Australian privacy principles, and how we will deal with a complaint of that nature.